Good afternoon and welcome back to Day 3 of the 2015 D3Hoops.com Classic. I'm Justin Sweeney. We have a nice treat today. We're joined by George Fox senior guard Sammy Naluai. George Fox off to another stellar start to their season. They're ranked third currently in the D3Hoops.com Top 25 poll and off to a solid 10-0 start. Sammy, thanks so much for your time today. Congratulations on the win yesterday. Solid victory against Bethel, a 72-57 victory.
Oh, thank you. It was a really good game. Carthage is a very good team. And we knew coming into this tournament that we were going to see some of the best non-league games we'll probably see all season. So it was really fun to grind it out with them, and it's always good to come away with victory.
It's been quite a journey for you. Your team's actually in the middle right now with the win yesterday of a 38 regular season game win streak. How do you put that together, and how do you come out every single night and come to compete in a way where you can get these sorts of results over and over again?
Preparation, honestly. When you work hard in practice, kind of translates into games. So I think setting that tone has to come every single day in practice, not just on the floor during the games. And obviously our coaching staff is excellent. Been playing with them for 4 years has been such a great opportunity, and so I think seeing their expertise kind of translating throughout the years with the tradition of George Fox, that way I've seen the teams before me, how they've done it and sort of their legacy, and then as the years progress that we can kind of instill those same commitment to hard work and commitment to the details that our coaching staff is putting in. So I think that helps a ton, just seeing that experience and then translating it into the new players as they come in helps us to have that mindset to come out and what it means to be a Bruin and to be a George Fox basketball player.
We see this common theme at the D3 level a lot, and especially at George Fox. Everyone who comes to this program to play for Michael Meek, they all have their unique stories of how they came to join the George Fox Bruins and what transpires after they join the program. And you have one of the most unique stories. Back in 2012 when George Fox was in the Final Four, emerging to the national championship game, you were still a senior in high school, but you made the trip all the way from Seattle out to Holland, Michigan. What was that weekend like? What were some memories that stood out to you, and what sort of expectations maybe did you have going into that weekend, because you hadn't formally committed yet to George Fox, but you came simply to watch the team?
Gosh, it's a funny story actually, because when I was talking to my parents about coming to George Fox, they'd said, hey, if they make it to the Final Four, we'll go, kind of flippantly, and then they got there, and so my parents are true to their word, and so my mom and I made the trip, and it was an awesome experience. Part of the reason why I wanted to come to George Fox was just the culture there of just these really high character people, and so they welcomed us in even though I wasn't even really on the team yet, but it was really fun to just watch them and see sort of their excellence and see what it's like to play for this program. And so then translating that, I think it helped me get my first taste of what it's like to play in these big scenes and these big arenas. And so it's kind of fun for like our freshmen. I think that this tournament is sort of their first taste at what it's like to play on like a big setting. And so I think from then on it was like, gosh, I want to be what they are, and I want to learn how to be a George Fox women's basketball player so that I can get there too.
It feels like just yesterday you were one of those freshmen. You had to wait your turn the first 2 years, playing rather sparingly. You really burst onto the scene last year, becoming one of the leading scorers on the Bruins, and now you're the second leading scorer on this team. What was that process like your first 2 years, especially after all that success that was before your arrival? A little bit of tough waters to tread for that team the first year after the injury of Hannah Munger and learning to work with some new pieces, kind of not unsimilar to what you guys are doing this year. And how did those first 2 years play into your experience now finding yourself in this new type of leadership role?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think when you play on a really good basketball team for a really good program, it's about kind of taking your time and learning your role. And so as a freshman, I had these excellent players above me that I got to learn from and trying to kind of gain experience. And so in that respect, I had to wait my turn a little bit, and I had to get a little bit of college experience under my belt. And so it was a really great experience for me. And our team, it's so important that 1 through 15 or however many people are on our roster, that each one of them is equally as valuable and important to us. So my upperclassmen, I remember as a freshman, made me feel like I was just as important as the starters, because the freshmen push the upperclassmen to get better in practice, and that helps them translate into games. So now, like, I see every single person on our team as having this equally valuable and crucial role to our team, because they push us in practice, and that way it makes games easier. And so I think translating now, having the opportunity to play with Justine and Nicole now as seniors and being in this other role, we have such a greater, I think, appreciation for it because of the experience that we had growing up in the program, I guess.
You talk about every member of this team feeling valued and being an important contributor to the team. Obviously, with the return of veterans who've been part of this program for a long time, like you and Justine and Nicole Blizzard, a lot of the freshmen coming along, they're a big part of what you guys have been doing lately. We've seen some big performances as of late from players like Matney Jameson, Bailey McDivitt, Taven Headings knocked down a lot of threes lately. What's your message to them, and how important are they to what your team's trying to accomplish in 2016, not only today coming up against Bethel, but going into January, February, and hopefully the NCAA tournament once more?
I think just instilling in them this confidence that we need them. We need every single person on this team, and they're all such incredible athletes. Everyone on our team obviously brings so much in their own uniqueness to the team, and so I think just continuing to give them the confidence that we trust them to take those shots and to make the plays, and that it's not necessarily our experience. Like Justine and Nicole and I might have played a couple more games than them, but we trust them, and they still practice the same as everybody else. And so I think just encouraging the team, because we are a young team this year for sure, but I think that the way we push each other in practice, that it levels the playing field a lot, and that we can trust them to knock down those shots and to make the big plays, and that they're ready for their moments, I think, for sure.
The question I have to ask you, going back to last March, big award ceremony at the Final Four, you're the recipient of the Elite 89 award. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how much that means to you? Obviously, all the success you're enjoying on the basketball court, but you're also a superstar in the classroom.
Well, my parents love that award. They're very happy about that, but you know, it was a great honor to win it, honestly, among a lot of other really great student athletes who are also really successful in the classroom. I think it's a testament more to the I guess atmosphere at George Fox, that we're students first before we're athletes. And I know there's a bunch of other players on our team that were a fraction away from being in a similar GPA standpoint that I was, and so I didn't miss it, or they didn't miss it by very much, that our team as a whole is very strong academically, because we just have a commitment to excellence, whether it be on the court or off the court, and we just have these high expectations for ourselves and for like a collective unit, that we're going to keep ourselves not only eligible, but also we want to strive to be more than that and be really excellent students and members of our community. And so I think it was a really cool award to win, kind of in this arena that's, you know, surrounded around something completely different, but it was a great honor for sure.
So you're the second leading scorer on the #3 team in the nation, and you're getting straight A's in the classroom. What insane level of time management does that require on a day-to-day basis?
I have to be very efficient, for sure, and all of us, we plan out our schedules a lot to make sure that not only can we have time to go to all our classes, because at the end of the day, those matter more. Like if we have a class that's during practice, we have to be there, but also that we want to make sure we have time for practice and for our homework. And we work with our professors. George Fox is incredible in the fact that our professors are super understanding of working with us and finding ways to help us, whether it be like allowing us to get our homework done early and to, you know, come in. I know a couple students, so a couple of the girls on the team had to come in at 6 a.m. before we left for a flight to take their tests early. But if that's what it takes to, you know, be a part of the team and also do well in the classroom, that's what it takes. So
far, it's been a pretty busy and efficient week here in Las Vegas. Have you or the team had time to get out and see the sights? Is this your first time to the Strip?
This is my second time to Las Vegas, but I know it's a lot of my teammates' first time here. So we went to dinner last night at the Hard Rock Cafe, which is really fun. But for the most part, we've just been hanging out here. As much as it is a really awesome place to be, we consider it a work trip for us, that we're here to take care of business. And so a lot of it's been scouting reports and studying our playbooks and those kind of things, because that's why we came, and we want to be excellent in those things. So I think we'll have a little fun. Maybe we'll go bowling or something after the game today. But
I just found out like 3 days ago there's a bowling alley in this building. I don't think there's anything they missed out on. Well, Sammy Naluai, thanks so much for your time. George Fox winners yesterday against Carthage. They'll be taking on Bethel here in about an hour from the South Point Resort Arena Casino. You can catch that one on d3hoops.com. And Sammy, thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Justin.